Hey guys, welcome to my motivational rant. Today is a beautiful Wednesday. Hope you're well. I'm continuing on from my anger management course. It's a 5-day or 5 steps basically to just, I guess, better get control over our anger. Now it's easy, I think, and I had a great chat with someone the other day on the podcast. It'll be an interview that I'll release in a couple of weeks. Can't remember the name right now. It'll come to me perhaps. But anyway, we were talking about our emotional reactions. And often I think there is some point where we just have no control of how we react to certain situations. And I think there is a very subtle difference between what we can control and practice and build to become better at controlling our emotional outbursts and reactions, and what we can't. But when it comes to anger, I certainly think, and I've felt not just anger, but other reactions and poor emotional behaviors that happen to me when I suddenly feel upset or sad or angry. I certainly know that through just practicing, like I started off yesterday with a bit of self-awareness and mindfulness, it's helped me better control those moments so I don't react so awkwardly that's going to cause me or others more harm than it's worth. And as I said yesterday, anger is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to die. And it's not necessarily a Buddhist quote, but it's kind of true, yeah? Like when we have this boiling anger, it doesn't really do anything good. It doesn't help us. It doesn't help others. It doesn't help control the situation or the event. It is what it is. But what we're talking about today is cognitive distancing. Now, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a stoic, but certainly I've just finished a book by Ronald Robinson, and it's called How to Think Like a Roman Emperor. And it follows the journey of Marcus Aurelius's life. And he was a stoic emperor. He practiced stoicism. So if you don't know about that, look into it. But it's a great sort of guide as to how to operate in life. And I thought it was quite profound. And what he did, he talked about these 5 steps. And the 5th step was cognitive distancing. And what he said repeatedly throughout the book was it's not the events that cause us harm or cause us angst or the events that really have impact on our emotional well-being, but it's how we judge those particular events. It's our perspectives on events that really influence the way that we feel and the way we behave, et cetera, et cetera. So it's not the events, it's our judgments, it's our perceptions, it's our perspectives. And so what this is all about is when you get that moment, when you feel like, okay, this is a moment where I can feel that anger coming on because you've felt the pattern before, you get that moment to pause, and this is where self-awareness comes into it. And then what you got to do is really look at the event objectively and don't hold any attachment to the event being the cause of your anger or your depression or your lack of happiness or anything like that. It's about how we perceive that event. So when you do this, what you can do then is maybe better understand, well, how do I perceive this event and why do I look at this event like this? Why does this event particularly upset me in this way? And once you start applying that cognitive thought to that particular situation, you may be better able to respond to that event. So therefore not outbursting in a rage of anger that's going to lead to more harm than good. But maybe you can actually critically think about what is actually happening here and how your perspective of that event and your judgment of that event really is affecting the situation. Yes, you might be still angry about it. It might still upset you, whatever. But just applying that thought to that situation and to, I guess, your thoughts on the situation is going to lead to a much better outcome than just responding straight away with anger. So guys, that's my motivational rant for today. New location today. I'm down at the office this morning. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think. Jump onto the comments below here on Facebook. If you're watching on Instagram, g'day. And guys, this is always going back onto my podcast, The Hidden Why, thehiddenwhy.com. Check it out, guys, if you haven't yet. Jump on there. Phenomenal interviews every week happening there. Some other thoughts and bits and pieces going on. Thanks for listening. Talk soon.